Connection established.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is the basics of Diag, and today we are looking at a 2004 Renault Trafic 1.9 DCI. It is a crank no start. So first things first, we need to confirm the fault. Oh. So there's no lights whatsoever to start with, so it's not even a crank no start at the minute. Right, the battery on these is just under here. Let's have a look. Oh, I guess the owner has just removed that to prevent going flat, I suppose. Right. Okay, we have lights now, and yeah. Oh. Okay, so we're definitely cranking and not starting there, so we will get a scan tool plugged in. I've got a boost pack as well that I'm just going to put on the battery, just because it sounds a little bit weak, and we may obviously have to crank it a few times whilst we monitor certain lines of data. Obviously we'll do a code scan first, see what that reveals. And we're just going in with this Think Diag 2. The DL16 is just there. And yeah, let's get the boost pack on and get some codes read. Right, boost pack is now hooked up to the battery. Oh, it sounds like it's turning over a lot faster now. Oh, it almost went then. Right, let's not waste it. Let's scan it. Right. So, this is the Think Diag app. Quite nice to use. I've used it a few times. If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll see that I use this, and I've also got a top-down top scan. However, I think I've had that over 12 months now, so the subscription or the year's free I guess time frame you get to use it has run out, and I need to pay, but I haven't used it again since, so I don't know how much that's going to be. This Think Diag 2, I think this expires at the end of February, so yeah, we'll have to see how much each of them cost. Okay, we'll do an automatic search. Ignition is on. Trafic 2. It is Trafic 2, I think. I don't know. What's P2/3? Don't know. Okay. What did that say? Error communicating. Oh no! I don't know what happened then. Trafic 2. Right, let's do a health report on this. Yeah. Okay. 2 codes in the ECM. 1 in the ABS. click report, and this will display all the codes in all the modules rather than going into them individually. So we've got computer supply voltage in the airbag module, computer supply voltage in the ABS module, and then coherence between camshafts and engine speed. No camshaft signal or problem on the timing belt tension or timing setting. Well, that is quite a descriptive fault code, isn't it? Then we've got preheater plugs. So let's look at some data now then. What was the fault? DF195. So we can go into engine control unit. Read data stream, and we're gonna have some bit of airflow, see what's happening. I want to look at fuel pressure. Let's have a look at computer supply voltage. Engine speed is 1. If we've got a cam/crank fault, I want to see if the ECU is recognizing an engine speed present. Rail pressure setting. We can have a look at sensor feed voltage. I think that's going to be like the 5-volt reference. And I want to see, oh, this is quite some good data here. We'll have a look at water temperature, and then we've got this synchronisation. This is between the camshaft and the crankshaft. I think it'll say either okay or not okay, or synchronized and not synchronized. Obviously, when we've just ignition on, it should say not synchronized. When we are engine running, it should say synchronized. So we'll click OK on that, and it's just showing all dashes at the minute. I'm just going to crank it and see what happens. Oh, that's no good, is it? What's happened there? We're connected. I've got this 3 LEDs on this tool. Red power, green vehicle, and then blue is the Bluetooth connection, and they're all lit up. So the tool is powered, and let's just go read DTCs again. I have an error with communication. Oh, really? Why? Let's try the airbag. Oh, well, I can go in the airbag. What's going on here? Let's go back in engine again. DTCs. Yeah, okay, it's read them. Read data. Let's just click 3 for now. 4. Still all hashes, dashes, cranking. Nothing's happening. Right, so this pretty useless. Although we got codes, I'm now questioning the reliability of the codes it's given us. So it's always good to have, I'll call it an out-of-date scan tool, but hopefully this It's a Snap-on Modus Ultra. I bought it just for the oscilloscope that's built in. I think I paid 300 quid or 310 quid for it. The software on it is obviously out of date for stuff older than 2017. It's on 17.2. So this will only do up to 2017, maybe 2018 at a push. But hopefully for this 2004 model year vehicle, it's going to be the ideal tool for the job. So let's try it. Renault 2004 Auto ID. Might be a bit old for Auto ID. Ignition still on. Okay. Yeah, it's a 1.9 diesel, so there we go. And we've no auto scan, or we've no like global scan on this, but we know from that other one that, well, let's check, shall we? We had a code in airbag for low voltage, so let's just confirm that. Yeah. And did we have one in, was it ABS as well for low voltage? Codes, we did. Okay, so maybe that scan tool was giving us the correct codes, so that's nice. Just struggling with the data, I guess. Let's see what this one does. Codes, camshaft engine speed sensor sync error. Yeah. Data, and I'm going to click the tick, click that, and I want some coolant temp. We'll have some fuel temp, fuel rail pressure, mass airflow, EC. Oh, you idiot! No! Oh no! Start again. Coolant temp, air temp, fuel rail, mass airflow if supported. I want these supply voltages. I want engine speed. I want synchronisation. Excuse me. Go on, we'll have immobiliser. Code programs, and that'll do. Click back. And it should give us all of these that I've just selected. So, temperature wise, 6 degrees coolant, 4 degrees fuel, 12 degrees air. It's all sort of there or thereabouts. ECU voltage, we've got 5 volts on these. Let's crank it now and have a look at this engine speed right at the bottom. So that is, yeah, that went up to 300 then when it almost went. Power supply, these are staying at 5 volts. Obviously this dropped a bit, but that's because the starter motor drops quite a bit of voltage due to the current it draws. Let's have a look at these bottom 3. Immobiliser inactive, code programmed, and this synchronisation is what I'm interested in. Let's crank it again. So it's not picking up. Yeah, it's not. I don't know what it would go to. Armed, and then in progress, and then unarmed. I don't know. But either way, it looks like we've got an issue with the timing on the engine. Now, flicking through the history, it would appear the last timing belt was done in 2014. Let's have a quick look, shall we? 20th of, I don't know if that's the 3rd or the 5th. It's 71,000 miles. So that's almost 11 years ago, and it's on 142,689 miles now. So the evidence is stacking up. I want to just clear this fault code and then see whether it comes back, you know, after a couple of cranks. So we'll do that now. So we'll just come out with this into chords. Yeah, clear chords, key on, engine off, which it is. Chords again, no chords present, and we'll just see, it's trying, so I don't think the timing can't be too far out, because it is almost there. Return to main menu, chords. Yeah, and they've come back straight away after 2 or 3 cranks. So the next step is to get out the oscilloscope and a wiring diagram, find the signal wires for camshaft and crankshaft. The camshaft is on the top of the engine, it's quite accessible. I don't know where the crankshaft is yet. I might have to do a quick Google search. But yeah, we'll capture the waveforms that they produce, and then I need to find a known good. So we're going to be using a picoscope oscilloscope. It's nothing fancy, it's just one that you may have seen in a couple of videos. It's just an old 2242 or something, I think. It's only compatible, it's that old, it's only compatible with Picoscope 6, and obviously there's Pico 7 now, which this scope won't run with. So we'll do that, get the laptop out, get hooked up, and I'll show you the connections, and then we'll look at the waveform. I've just been trying to find the crank sensor. It's down the front, sort of bolted to where the bell housing makes the engine. I don't know if you can see it. It's got an under tray on it as well, but it is there, right there. So that is awkward to try and back probe at the minute. So then I've gone up, just up at the cam sensor, which is there. I've just unplugged it, but look at this. Now I'm surprised we're not getting like an open circuit or a short circuit fault with this, unless that's the signal wire that's broken. So yeah, that probably wants repairing first before we go any further. Right, so we've just got a temporary repair for now. I've soldered, this was a bit awkward being right sort of at the end of the plug. I've just soldered a bit of wire in. I've just twisted it onto here for now. We'll plug it back in just to see whether she's going to start. There we go. I think what's caused it, these airboxes, I think the mounts are common for failing. Something happens and they just bounce around. Sometimes they rub through these injector wires. I've seen that one started to rub through, look, that green one there. So ideally it wants either a new airbox or the mounts fixing, like the rubber it's not even there on this bolt anymore. But I think that's what's caused it. Alright, let's see if it starts. That's what I'm talking about. I've had to put a big jacket on. It was a bit chilly. Oh, nice. Right, I shall clear these codes. I might have a look at this heater plug fault code while we're here. Clear codes. Key on, engine off. Okay. Start it up. Nice. Codes. Heater plug circuit. We'll save that for another video actually. I know it should be easy, glow plugs, but you never know. I thought this fault was going to end up being a timing issue. Usually a vehicle will start with the cam sensor that's faulty. It's usually when the crank sensors fail is when you get a complete no start, but it just goes to show that there's always going to be something that changes what you think about a certain situation. So yeah, don't assume until you've got all the facts, I guess. And then it's not really assuming, is it? It's knowing everything. So that is it for this one. I'm going to probably could do with a repair plug for that wire, because that I'm never going to be able to insulate and protect that copper properly. So with it being so close to where the harness connector is, I could put a bit of heat shrink over it for now. But yeah, ideally a new sort of repair connector, and then that airbox, the key thing, that airbox, resecure that, fix that, do whatever that needs so it's not bouncing around on top of the engine. Right, that's it for this one, and we'll see you next time. Just quickly before I actually do go, we'd better look at this, hadn't we? See what this changes to when it runs. Completed. So we go from armed, in progress, to completed. There we are. This really is the end. Bye.